You might be right. Anybody else want to say anything? Or are we done? Wind Waker?
Wind Waker's a pretty good
We're not here to talk about Zelda, sorry. Are we done? Are we done with this slide? I want to talk about Carol. So I did some research. It wasn't very thorough, but it was research. So on the bottom, you can see the average growth rate of all the characters in Fire Emblem 6. On the top is Carol's. What the fuck? It's like I know he only levels up once, but still, what the fuck? Seriously, dude, ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Does anybody want to comment on that?
What the fuck?
Yes, please. I mean green. I mean yellow.
I was just wondering, where did you find these stats out of curiosity?
I looked up all the growth rates in the Fire Emblem wiki, and then added it and then divided, basic math. I'm not gonna tell you how many of the characters though. I'm just gonna say it was an average. Are we done? Yeah. So, have you guys been to anime?
Anyone been to anime here? Dang it.
Oh,
It was like one of the best panels ever.
so this was a panel for a friend, or done by a friend, about like really manly shit that happens in animes.
Celebrating the men in anime itself and the growth and decline of men in anime over the years.
We're not plugging another panel. That's not.
Anime was awesome.
What do you say? That's not very.
Moving on.
Anyways, so he was supposed to do one this year, but he didn't, and I got really sad about it. So I wanted to do a little tribute. The manly's facial hairs in Fire Emblem history. So for number 3, we have. For number 2, we've got. For number 1. It's like Santa Claus murdered Papa Smurf and dyed his beard with his blood.
There's 41.
Did I mention that I put this panel together in like a couple hours? If even that?
You said 40 minutes.
I'm full of shit. We're actually done here, guys, but if you have any questions,
Or if you want to
or
continue
if you want to talk about your terrible Fire Emblem experience,
we're open to suggestions.
yes. All I know is that I'm fucking hyped for it. I have a Wii U just for that game. Yes,
I do have just a bit of a funny story about when I first played Fire Emblem.
please share.
When I first played, like the first Fire Emblem title I played was Awakening, and I had no idea about the shipping. I don't remember what chapter it was, but it was the chapter when Prom gets married and whoever has the highest rank with him will get married out of Fire Emblem. Every single character on my screen died. I was wrong. I didn't buy any of the DLC with the trace. Everyone died except my character, and I decided to play as a female when I first played. Oh God! She was hooking up with Prom so they could stay alive, and they would switch out every couple rounds. And then I saw the marriage thingy, and I didn't want to waste 2 more hours, so I decided to stop with it.
All right, next one.
So, how did Batman sneak into the latest game?
You said Batman, right? I think that explains itself.
I'm not the goddamn Batman. All right, next one. This guy right here.
Oh, no.
I kind of hope so, because it's amazing.
Everything is canon.
Like everything is connected to everything in Awakening.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something about that really amuses me.
I've been a Fire Emblem vet since 7, but when I first received, when I first received and played Fire Emblem Awakening, and I heard about the marriage system, I was astounded. Anyways, so I'm trying to pair up with Sully for my first playthrough. I'm still new at this, didn't look at the guide or anything. You know, by the chapter when Rom decides to actually marry a woman.
Very silly.
It's my
Yeah, I love Matthew too. He's a cool guy. He's no Chrome though.
He is the pro.
I have a rebuttal to that. I once had a game where Matthew got to Assassin and his strength was like at 3. It just would not go up. Anytime he leveled up, like everything else would go up, and his strength was just so sad.
Okay, this is very important. How many sheep and goat did you sacrifice?
Only 10.
Apparently not enough.
Definitely not enough. Yes.
Who's your favorite ship?
My favorite couple in
And any of them.
I mean I kind of like the Twinsets just because they're really fucked up.
You are the only one. Eric and Ephraim?
And then maybe Olivia and Kron. Any other questions?
So I'm all new to this whole Fire Emblem thing.
This panel was meant for you,
Yeah,
sir.
for you.
Not for everybody else, just you.
So should I get like a better understanding, like since the beginning of like 1990, you know, like all that game, or should I like start on Awakening?
I would either. What console do you have?
I'm sorry,
What consoles do you have?
I have a 3DS at the moment.
No, it's like why would you eat like your dessert first? Awakening is like by far-
If you play Awakening, it's gonna be really hard to play the older games just because it spoils you.
Start with Shadow.
Yeah, I would start with Shadow Dragons. Shadow Dragons for Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
Well, you can play it on 3DS.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna recommend the GBA ones, but the 3DS doesn't stop. You. I don't play Lunatic. I'm not a lunatic. Are we done?
Never see it. Just at the last one, and it's on one field. I wasted 20 hours. That's what the game was for. No, I haven't played since.
Yes, in the way back, in the hat.
How many here play casual mode in Awakening?
So, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna judge. We're not gonna judge. We're not gonna judge.
I went.
Look, classic hard is the only real way to go. But I will not judge you if you need to play on casual. I understand. Kirby's that big yarn. I'm just saying. Worst character in Fire Emblem. What do you guys think? Well, what do you mean by worst? Like stat, gameplay wise, or like personality? Frederick?
Like sister.
As you can see, it's a hotly debated subject. I have no answer for you.
Here comes the baby.
In the back. I don't like it. But there's a lot of things I don't like that are apparently good for me, so I don't know.
So, you play Fire Emblem 7, right?
Yeah.
I was just curious, who's your favorite male character?
Favorite male character?
Yeah.
Probably Hector, because he's manly as shit.
Oh, yeah.
That guy looks like a delinquent, like high school guy that like beats you up for your money. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think it's absolutely worth it to buy a 3DS sports game?
No. Because you can also play Fire Emblem Shadow Dragons, so you get 2 Fire Emblem games.
There we go. Yeah, over there.
Beta syndrome, it's really terrible. Every 6, after 6, all my units, level 20, because I'm an asshole, and I like to have everybody super strong. Roy goes in, dies.
You need to sacrifice more goats, man. Yes, sir. Ma'am.
So when somebody messes up in Shadow Dragons, like once the unit dies, I max force a teammate sword, give it to Mark, and just play it in
Anything else? Are we done? Oh, that's one in the back. This is a trick question. This is a trick question. I'm not gonna fall for your trap. I take the 4th. 6th? 5th? I take all of them.
Why does the game 1 Chrome's very Sumia?
I think catch up. What was that?
Why does the game work?
Chrome to marry Sumia.
Cause she's like a stereotype, like the ditzy, not good at anything, but gets the smoking hot rich guy anyways. We're just trying to keep up with the archetypes. Yes.
How come the game doesn't allow Cordelia and Chrome even though she's American?
I know, right? It's so I can marry her.
It's actually an archetype from Shadow Dragon. They have to have some girl that
Yeah, that's actually an archetype.
they can never do anyway.
That's a reoccurring archetype in the Fire Emblem franchise. If I knew I was working with a bunch of professionals instead of noobs, I would have came prepared, brought all that stuff. Yeah, that is actually one of the archetypes.
There is a way for Crom and Cordelia to talk to each other. You need that DLC map, the Summer Scramble. They talk to each other twice.
I got it.
They do. They talk to each other yet. But the only thing is, she can't be married. So don't marry Cordelia, and she can talk to Crom.
Yes.
And then Summer Scramble.
Neighbor.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was just wondering if you missed any of the double axes from previous previous games.
Not so much, but I do miss the legendary weapons with special animations.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, does this work? Okay. Donald is my favorite character in Awakening. However, there can only be one Donald in my game because my name is Donald, so I just killed him.
Thank God, that was epic.
The guy in the yellow once more.
I respect your decision to murder.
Just to reply to him, there can only be one.
Is your name also Donnie? Because if it was, that would have been so cool. Core fucking Delia. Done? Is everybody happy?
I just want to ask who here actually likes Raven because he's a badass.
Yes, sir. Mohawk, sir. Were you just stretching?
No, fucking love Raven. So what's the question? For the crossover for Megami Tensei Fire Emblem, what kind of gameplay are you hoping for? Megami Tensei gameplay or Fire Emblem? Or what do you think's gonna happen?
I'm thinking it's going to be one of those like grid-based, like Devil Survivor type of deal, with like Fire Emblem characters. I don't really know what kind of mechanics they're gonna use though, because they're so radically different. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
This is my first time hearing about this crossover thing. Someone have more information about that?
Yes. Shin Megami Tensei is a famous Japanese RPG series. I will go to the mic. Okay, the Shin Megami Tensei series is a Japanese RPG series that includes the Persona series, Devil Survivor, Devil Summoner, Digital Devil Saga. But they are typically known to be Nintendo hard RPGs where it's a lot more focused on like exploiting stat weaknesses and exploiting other things. You know, all the skills that are crappy in Final Fantasy. Yeah, so across, and they're known for having mature subject matter in their games. So a crossover with them would be awesome.
This is going to be the last one. We got the red card. Yeah, you.
I just wanted to say, my thoughts on the series is they're both, as she pointed out, they're both very mature content kind of based games, and they're both heavy hitters when it comes to the RPG market. So a merger, a crossover between the two systems. Like honestly, I don't see it failing, but if it fails, I'll be completely disappointed in both.
Because the Wii U is a piece of shit.